You know what sucks? I have not really played video games like for any extensive amount of time in a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I just haven't had the time. I'm sure that's the same for you.
Yeah, man. Work, podcast prep. I've got a daughter. It's a lot. You're married. That's not.
I have a dog.
Yeah, I've got a dog. I mean, it's a lot of work. We played some Shredder's Revenge. I think we got a level left to play.
Yeah.
Got me feeling kind of, video game nostalgic a little bit. So, what's like what was your early video game education? What were the games that kind of like shaped the games that you love?
Yeah, my grandma had an Atari.
Yeah.
So I played a little bit of that with her. I think we owned a Nintendo, but I didn't play it a whole lot. It didn't work a whole lot. You had to blow on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids know nothing about that these days.
Right.
Super Nintendo was probably my major introduction to video games. The Mega Man X.
Oh, man. Mega Man X.
Yeah, Mega Man X was, and probably is still my favorite video game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, got the Sigma and the X right up there on the shelf. So
yeah, for sure. I played it a lot with my sister. I was always way better at it than her. Sorry.
Shots fired.
And, we kind of bonded over that game. There were a few others that I couldn't just not mention. Donkey Kong Country was a game that I played with my entire family.
Yeah.
Like we all just took turns, certain family members had their specialties with the types of levels they could play. So it'd be like, oh man, a cart level, give this to dad, you know? But Mega Man X was really it. I mean, I probably played that game 10 times.
Yeah.
All the way through, which I feel like that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Speed runners are like, but
for sure.
Man, just what can I say about that game? The first one that, really was kind of an RPG.
Yeah.
You were talking about it earlier that the Mega Man series, the non-X series, just kind of bare bones compared to...
Yeah, pretty bare bones. You couldn't replay levels. I mean, there was no need to replay levels because why? What are you going back for? It's... All the power-ups were obtained by beating the bosses, so there was no point in going back. Mega Man X was the first one where, unlocking an ability in this level allows you to go back to this other level and get this other ability, which allows you to go back to this other level and get... Yeah, and it was... That's my shit. So, I loved Mega Man X. It was great.
And, that kind of stuff, they did it really well, X through X4. X5 and X6 got a little tedious with how much backtracking you had to do.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like there, multiple armor sets where you have to have, I think 3 or 4 pieces to use the armor set, and then you have to use a certain armor to get another armor piece, and it just, you're playing levels 3 or 4 times, and
right,
it's a lot. But yeah, Mega Man X, my bread and butter. A lot of love for Mario. Super Mario World 3, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah. That other game does not exist. That's, the one that sticks out for me.
Yeah.
2 was weird and
2 was very strange.
Whatever. 1, I think I might have played 3 before 1. So,
I mean, I would say 3 and Super Mario World are kind of like, even to this day, kind of towards the apex of platforming games. There aren't a lot of games that do that genre better, I guess, in that specific style. There are faster games. There are more frenetic games that do platforming. There are more grueling, difficult games that do platforming, but I think the balance in especially Super Mario Brothers 3 was just perfect. I got started, I guess, on Nintendo. I remember being so obsessed with the original Legend of Zelda that I got grounded, actually, from playing the game. We had rented it for the weekend, and I ate almost none of my dinner, and I was like, I'm full, because I want to go play the video game. And, you know, my mom said right through it, and she was like, eat your dinner or you can't play it. And I was like, no, I'm good. And she was like, all right, well, you don't get to play it all weekend. And it was heartbreaking to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, platforming games are kind of where I got my first start in video games, because I think that's where most people got their start of our age group anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Mario Brothers, Sonic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But where I really found my love for video games was in the RPG genre. Final Fantasy VI, which was 3 when I played it. I had no idea that it was the 6th game in the series. I didn't know. I was a 12-year-old kid or whatever the first time I played it, and it was just life-changing in terms of what video games were to me. And then I played Chrono Trigger, which is just another fantastic game, Super Mario RPG, and that kind of created my love for these long stories, incremental progression, things that I value even today in video games. Legend of Zelda kind of created the blueprint to me for it. You beat this dungeon, you get this item, you use this item to beat this boss. This boss allows you to progress to this level, which gives you this item, etc. And the sense of accomplishment that I felt every time,
it's like
I
checking
got
off a list.
Yeah, I got the blue boomerang, and oh sweet, now I got the raft. I can go get this heart piece that I've been wanting to get, and it's just that's what I love about video games. That sense of accomplishment. We were talking about this earlier in terms of games we play now. I haven't really played much lately outside of, like I said, we've been playing some Shredder's Revenge, which, is kind of a pick up and play. Like every level takes 5 minutes or so. You can get in a couple levels and not really take up much of your day.
Yeah.
But that's not really my shit. My shit is The Witcher 3, Mass Effect 2, Fallout, these Breath of the Wild, these giant games that, give you this huge world to explore and, your own timetable to do it. And they're not forcing you to do this thing. You can do whatever you want, and that's what I love about video games, is that freedom to just play the way I want to play it. Yeah.
And man, I can't believe I forgot when I was talking about Super Nintendo games, but A Link to the Past.
Oh, A Link to the Past was...
Yeah, I regretfully I have not played Breath of the Wild or not even a whole lot of Majora's Mask. I've played Ocarina of Time. I've played a little bit of Wind Waker.
Oh, Wind Waker is the hidden gem of the Zelda franchise. I'm telling y'all, if you haven't played Wind Waker and you love Zelda, fucking play it, because it's great. It is probably my second or third favorite game in the series.
I've watched my brother-in-law play more Wind Waker than I've actually played Wind Waker. But Link to the Past was my shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, I probably played that 3 or 4 times over in my childhood. Yeah. With my sister. We would fight over who got to play that game.
It was the reason that I got in line at midnight at Walmart, or at 10:30 at Walmart to get the SNES Classic at release, because I was like, no, I want to be able to play this game whenever the fuck I want, and now I can, and I never do.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
And that's kind of the whole thing, man. Like, to have the time to be able to do that. It's
I'm envious of these Twitch streamers that literally spend 16 hours a day playing video games and get paid for it. And I'm like, I wish I could find 30 minutes a day to just do this in my leisure time.
Right. Yeah. I have a bad habit of just playing sports games.
Yeah.
With the corresponding season, been playing a lot of MLB The Show. Actually don't think I'm going to buy Madden this year.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's unless there's a huge new feature, it's like with the way the internet works now, what's the point? Because you can just download the newest rosters at any moment and play with the team that exists now as it exists now. And, it's just, why are you making me spend $65, $70 every year, Madden? I don't see the point.
Yeah. And, for sports games in general, I mean, I guess at least with the big two, Madden and NBA 2K, the pay to play has just gotten out of control.
Yeah. I'd say in video games in general, pay to play has gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Or pay to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Pay to have a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But video games.
Yeah, man. Love them. Wish I had more time. It is what it is.
Yeah.